Thank you guys for joining me here today. I have an important topic that I want to talk to you about. First off, how many of you guys honestly have ever texted and drove or been in a car with someone who was doing that? Okay, so all of you. I have a short video that I want to show you before we start.
I just remember sitting at home thinking to myself, it's like, I have no one. My friends were there for me at first, but after a while, they weren't.
I looked up on her Facebook page, and she said on there, "Can anybody please hang out with me today? I don't have any friends."
Before the car accident, the things I did in high school with my friends were, just go to the high school games and everything. Everybody can go to a party, go bowling. I was a good student. I was a role model. I was like a popular girl in high school, so I used to model.
My main worry for Liz as a parent before she started driving was the typical teenage things, the drugs and the alcohol and, being safe and hanging around the right kind of kids and keeping her grades up. I did not think that Liz was connected to her mobile phone. I didn't realize that she loved her phone as much as she did.
I used my cell phone every second, every minute, every hour. Like, if I didn't have it, I would freak out because I couldn't connect with my friends. I couldn't connect with anyone. Couldn't connect with social media or anything. If I didn't have my cell phone, I felt lonely.
I would ask her all the time, "Liz, do you text and drive?" And she said, "No, Mom, I swear I don't. Don't worry, I don't use my phone when I'm behind the wheel."
I ignored those warnings about texting while driving because everyone else was doing it. So I thought it was okay. I thought I was invincible. But clearly, I was completely wrong.
I was getting ready for work, and then 12 hours later, I'm in ICU staring at my daughter, who's bald and tubes running in and out of her body, and it's just overwhelming devastation over a stupid text.
The consequences of my life now after the car accident is the fact that I'm blind in one eye now. I cannot smell. I cannot hear that very good because a bone broke in half and covered my eardrum. I can't create tears because both my tear ducts got damaged, and I can't put my body to sleep naturally. I take medicine and go to sleep. The hardest part about my life after the car accident, I got tired of all my problems.
Don't text your loved ones when you know they're driving. It can change their lives forever.
If you get a text, don't look at it. It's not worth it.
Okay. Texting and driving can increase the chance of a car accident by 3 times. According to FCC, up to 330,000 injuries occur each year due to texting and driving. I did a lot of research on the FCC and Stop Text, Stop Wrecks websites to find out the effects of texting and driving. 11 teens die each day because of texting and driving. Teens are more prone to text and drive, but people of all ages do it, simply because almost everybody has a cell phone these days and carries it around with them everywhere. Many injuries can be caused from texting and driving. People can get internal injuries, which leads to internal bleeding and fatalities, broken bones, brain, head, face, neck, and back injuries. A lot of the times with texting and driving, if you get in an accident, it can involve more than one person. If you have friends or family in the car with you, you're putting them at risk, and you're putting everyone else that's driving on the road at risk as well. Come in contact with when you're driving and you get in an accident. You could get in an accident and cause harm to somebody's grandma, grandpa, parents, or even a pregnant woman who has yet to give birth. Texting and driving can also cause emotional trauma to the driver, the others that are involved, and those that care for them. If you were to injure or kill someone because you were texting and driving, this would be something that would be very hard to live with and go on with, and I don't think that many people could forgive themselves for that. Also, you have to stop and think how your parents or your family would feel if you were to be killed in a car accident due to texting and driving. Have any of you guys had any incidents with texting and driving?
While driving my car one day, I was going around the sharp curve, and at the same time, my phone rang, the little ringer for that I had a text. And I was so into seeing who was texting me that I reached over and grabbed my phone to see, and at the same time, I sideswiped another car that had people in it. And the police came, and I never admitted that I was texting. During this time, I was just told everybody that I just sideswiped this car, just out of the blue.
Oh, okay. So you were embarrassed that you were texting and driving?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Have you done it since then, Deb?
No, I have not even attempted to drive and text.
Well, that's good.
Since that time. It did about $5,000 worth of damage to my car, and I totaled the car that I hit.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to talk to you guys about. Not only can you injure people or cause emotional trauma to people from texting and driving, you can even damage your materialistic items. If you total your car or total another person's car, that can cause financial issues for you and them. And it can also cause people to be without transportation to work or school or wherever they need to go on a day-to-day basis. It can also give you court fines. You have to go to court. You could become charged with something from texting and driving, and nobody wants to deal with that. Now that I've talked to you guys about the effects of texting and driving, I hope that you all think twice next time you get in a car, and think to yourself, is it really worth it? Because you could be putting yourself and others at risk for physical and emotional trauma and even financial trauma. And you also want to make sure that if your phone does ring, that you pull over and answer it, because you always have the opportunity to do that. So I hope you guys got something from this, and that it will change your mind next time your phone rings or you get a text message while you're in the car. Do any of you guys have any questions?
I do. Is it the same whenever you send a text message as like typing it, or if you push the little microphone and you talk to text and send it that way? Is it still as dangerous?
It might not be as dangerous, but it's still distracted driving. Your full attention can't be on the road if you're trying to figure out who's getting a hold of you or what somebody wants, or if you're trying to talk on the phone. So either way, it's distracted driving and it can be dangerous.
Is there any way that we can be sure that our kids aren't texting and driving?
I mean, the only way that you could be 100% sure is if you were to take their phones from them. I would say the best thing to do would be to educate them on the effects of texting and driving, and hope that they are smart enough not to make that decision when they're in the car. Alrighty, and that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for joining me.